I think it's safe to say in today's modern society, the whole dating and relationship scene is trickier than it used to be.
It's unhealthy. Yeah. I was doing something recently where I was just talking about how current dating is just practicing for divorce. We have very little kind of ethics and cultures that create a long-lasting marriage, and we're teaching people exactly how to get divorced, how to have short-term connections, how to move on quickly, how to break up and then start again, how to have very little attention and patience. So we're creating an environment and a culture where we have perfect candidates for divorce, unfortunately. I think it's massively had a huge impact because more so than anything, it's reduced our desire to invest in people. Everybody seems disposable. You can quickly send a message to somebody else. You can quickly move on. You can quickly post a picture and new people will come into your DMs. So there is no motivation to make things work when they get tricky. So that's why, and social media hasn't been ideal for relationships.
I feel like back in the day, there was more of a motivation to actually put in some effort to make a relationship work.
Absolutely.
Whereas now, it's like you said, it's very disposable.
Yes.
And even I've experienced it myself.
Yeah.
Like, if there's been times where I've got into arguments and I'm like, do you know what? Screw this. Like, bye. I'll move on to the next. But that's not a healthy way to look at it.
Well, the thing is, what it's done is given everybody alternatives. So the average person now has alternatives if they have social media or if they have a Tinder account or whatever it is. Whereas before, the lack of alternatives makes you invest. Now there's so many alternatives that there is no desire to invest anymore, unfortunately.
What do you think of this quote? I asked Myron about this. He actually quoted it in his book. Most women want to get married and have children. Very few want to be wives and mothers.
I understand where he's coming from with that. I do understand where he's coming from.
It's not his quote, but it's a quote he used.
Okay, yeah. I understand where the person is coming from that with. In my experience of working with, clients and couples, wives and mothers involves being quite nurturing. And it's a selfless role. When you become a mother, you realize that, the crying baby doesn't care if you're hungry, tired, sleeping. It's an automatic selfless role. And in this hedonistic society where there's so much pleasure available, being selfless is becoming a dying trait. So I do think, I understand I don't think people understand the level of selflessness that it takes to maintain a healthy marriage and children. And they almost expect faithfulness, loyalty. They expect the marriage to work because that's what it used to be. But now we have to work on it, unfortunately. It's not going to come effortlessly, and that requires selflessness.